Okay, so we'll start the session in few minutes. Maybe at 10:15 we'll start the session. So I think most of you, today is the first demo class, right? So we'll be discussing many things, and mostly it is, if you have any queries, you can ask and I will answer. So let us wait for 1 minute more and then we'll start. Like, give me 1 minute. Yeah. Can you confirm, am I audible? Can you hear me, others? Am I audible? I think I am, right? Others, can you hear me? Can you confirm? Sudarshan, Sriram, Pratap, can you confirm? Am I audible? Hello? I cannot hear. I think it's some audio issue.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. Okay. So let me quickly, will start the session by introducing myself, right? What we are going to see in this demo session, basically, we will be looking the following things. First, I will explain about different buzzwords. Like when you join, before you join this course, you must have explored so much of confusion around data science, data engineering, and then data analyst. Um, and what is the responsibility role? Please mute yourself, everyone. I'll give so how the session will be: initial 15-20 minutes. I'll keep this demo session short, and initial 10-15 minutes I will explain you about everything, and then I can take questions, right? If you have any questions. As this is a group class, for the benefit of everyone, please mute yourself. Sudarshan, can you please mute yourself? Yeah, thank you. So first, let us understand about the different roles, different terms, right? Like data engineering, data scientist. Who is a data scientist, right? And then we will discuss about data engineers, right? Data engineering, and then we will be discussing about data analyst. The difference between all of this we will discuss, and then we will discuss about data science life cycle. So if you are joining as a data scientist, what is the data science life cycle, right? And after that I will discuss about the course, the syllabus, the scope of the course, who can take the course. I will share the entire content with you. I'll take you through the content. I'll explain what all different kind of projects we are doing in this particular course, right? And then we will be discussing if you have any questions, right? So these are at high level, these are the agenda for today's demo. First, let me start with introducing myself, right? So I am currently working as a staff data scientist. I am leading a small data science team. Recently I got promoted to staff data scientist in Fortune 500 company I'm working currently. It's a product based very good company. Prior to this I was working with Goldman Sachs and other companies. I have a good industrial exposure with respect to different domains like investment bank, manufacturing, coming to retail, e-commerce, healthcare. So I have worked in different domain related companies, right? Aviation, renewable energy, right? So coming to my educational background, I completed my MTech in computer science from IIIT. My specialization was machine learning, and I have few research publication while I was in my MTech. I yes, and yeah, I mean that is my short introduction with respect to education and my industry experience. I have around, I'm not like 17, 20, 25 years of experience, but whatever experience I carry is very relevant to the subject that I am teaching. I have around 8 years of experience into data science and big data analytics. I started my career as a big data engineer, and then after MTech, I switched to data science. Right. So coming to my teaching experience, I'm into this for last 4 years, right? So I started teaching in 2016. So I have already completed 45, 50 batches in Durga. So for last 2 years, we are like we are doing this data science course. We have 3, 4 batches running parallelly. Every batch we have 15, 20 students. So this is how it is. So the course, the syllabus, the materials, the project, everything that you get is very organized. And yeah, so this is a quick introduction. Coming to the other section of today's demo part. So the first thing that we will discuss is uh, before you join this course, you must have searched in internet and you must have got confused with so many data words, right? You will find roles like machine learning engineer. You'll find roles like deep learning engineer. You'll find roles like computer vision scientist, data scientist, artificial intelligence codes. Some institutes are promoting as artificial intelligence codes, right? Somewhere you can find data analyst codes, data analytics, data analyst. So what's the difference between all of these words? So all of these words, the roles and responsibilities are, there are some common things, but there are also some different things, right? I'll explain one by one. Let us start with artificial intelligence. So there is nothing called artificial intelligence codes. Artificial intelligence is, it's like, let's say your kid is studying in school and he is in standard 1, right? So standard 1 is the kind of class name, and within standard 1 you have different subjects. You have EVS, you have Hindi, you have maths, you have English, and you have different other subjects, right? So these subjects, if you combine everything together, you can take, if you have to give one name, you can say this, he is in standard 1. Similarly, artificial intelligence is a broad term. Nowadays, everything that you look around you, right? Most of the things are AI applications. So artificial intelligence is like one single term that we are giving. Like India is a single term, that is a country name. Inside India we have so many states and everything, right? So inside our AI we have different modules, right? We have soft computing, we have information retrieval, we have NLP, right? Natural language processing. We have some parts of bioinformatics also come in AI, right? Healthcare basically. We have machine learning, right? We have deep learning. We have other things like image processing. We have different things. So if you combine everything together, one single term is called artificial intelligence. Now you tell me, can anybody give you artificial intelligence training? Answer is no, right? Nobody can give you artificial intelligence training, because this itself is a huge ocean. I have done masters, I know how in depth we go when we go for research. So people do PhD and master in very 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 small section of maybe one part. For example, I have done my specialization in recommendation engine, which is a small part in ML, right? Which is NDL, right? One small part. So are you getting? So people do PhD in very 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 small part. It's impossible for anyone to give you complete artificial. Even though you're doing PhD, you will understand, maybe let's say NLP. In NLP there are every topic itself, what I mean to tell you is every topic itself is a ocean here, right? Machine learning itself is vast. Deep learning, we have so many algorithms. NLP, we have information retrieval. So you can pick any one of the subject and try to expertise yourself in that particular subject, right? So it's not correct term to tell artificial intelligence training. That is, I think, according to me, it's a wrong word. But you can say machine learning training, NLP training, deep learning training. Now, what is this data science training? So data science training means you are not going in depth, right? But you are taking 2 3 subjects, combining together and learning. So you are learning NLP, you are learning ML, and you are learning DL. I cannot say it is a complete thing that you're learning. Nobody can learn complete thing. Even though you are doing masters, I told you, right? I have spent 2 years of my life after getting a gate score of 99.9 percentile, after spending 1 year time in just preparation, right? I taken masters 2 year full time, and what I learned, I have masters in only one area, recommendation engine, and I have few research publications. Are you getting? So people are spending years and years just to master in one particular subject. How somebody can teach you entire AI? So this is a wrong thing. Now, what is data science, right? As a data scientist, mostly you will be learning any one of it, either one or more than it. Like let's say NLP, ML, and DL. Mostly we need this through these three: NLP, ML, and DL. And using this technique, you will be doing modeling. I'll discuss more detail about data scientist. But the first thing that we discussed now is what is artificial intelligence. Is this keyword is clear? Now, hence onwards, whatever applications you are looking, right? For example, when you open your Google, this is a search engine. Do you have any idea, like this search engine is an application of artificial intelligence? Now we are using information retrieval, one subject, information retrieval. If you're going for masters, you will get a paper called information retrieval. The entire paper is about how to build search engines, right? Mostly NLP and ML combination. So this is called search engine, right? So coming to other areas, one is your search engine. Sorry. So first is your this is application. You go to your YouTube, you go to your YouTube, or you go to your Amazon, or you go to any particular website. You will find so many recommendation engine. That is one more application. So I mean, if I keep telling you application, it will never end, right? So many applications are there. But I will ask everybody, the first term called artificial intelligence, is it clear for everyone? Now, hence onwards, whenever you are listening this artificial intelligence term, you should understand it can be anything. Artificial intelligence itself is nothing. It is a combination of many other techniques called machine learning, deep learning, information retrieval, computer vision, image processing, NLP, soft computing, information, any one of this or one or multiple things combined together is called AI, artificial intelligence. Is it clear? The AI term is clear. Any doubt? Is it clear? In the chat, please participate. If you have any queries, please feel free to ask me. Is it clear? The term artificial intelligence, is it clear? Okay. Now, once you understood artificial intelligence, now the next term that you need to, the keyword is very important before you take course. What do you mean by a data scientist, or who is a data scientist, right? What is the difference between different data related keywords, right? So we'll discuss about that. First, I will explain you the difference between three terms, right? So I can write in this way. The middle one in this is data analyst. This is your data scientist, right? And this is your data engineer. So this graph itself will define the difference. I'll tell you what is what. So you as a fresher, if you are a fresher, right? If you are a fresher, or you have, I mean, I consider fresher nothing but this category, not only college pass outs, but after college, if you have 0 to 2 year of experience, you are a fresher only. According to me, college pass out and 0 to 2 year, everybody who is falling in that category are freshers. Now, if you are a fresher, I don't want to demotivate you, but there is a high probability that data science related job you may not get, right? Data science related job you may not get. Why? Because data science job requires some experience or at least master's degree. So if you don't have master's degree with only with BTech, you can at least have some experience, let's say 2 3 year of experience, right? Then only you can apply for data science. You can ask me now why I need to take this course. I don't have, neither I have a master's nor I have 2 3 experience. I will tell you, I will guide you. That's the reason you are going to enroll. Why? Because I will guide you how to write this 2 years of experience in your CV. But that's a different topic. If you're a fresher or 0 to 2 year of experience and your future aspiration, or you want to become a data scientist, after taking this course you can apply for data analyst role, right? And this is a very 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 good role. Internally you can switch within 6 months to 1 year. Very easily you can switch as a data scientist. Even though your company is not giving you that opportunity, you can write your CV data analyst, and future when you change you can write, tell to the HR that I was a data analyst, but my company has no designation called data science. So we were doing data science job, and that is very, I mean, very much acceptable. I'll tell you, if you anybody is working in banks like Goldman Sachs or Morgan Stanley or JP Morgan, we don't have this kind of data scientist, software engineer, this kind of designation. We have three designation: analyst, associate, and VP. So even though I was a data scientist, my designation was associate, right? I was in security associate. So you can tell stories around it, like data analyst, and that is justified. Why? Because half of the data scientist job you will be doing every day, right? So half of, you are a half data scientist, you can say. A data analyst is a half data scientist. So this is the subset. Data scientist is a superset, data analyst is the subset. Now a data scientist has to know everything that a data analyst knows. Apart from that, additional thing the data scientist will know. What is the additional thing? Called modeling, future prediction we can do. As a data scientist, we can tell you the future prediction. For example, 2000 till 2020 January, you have data for sales, for sales data, right? Sales data you have. Now a data analyst will analyze the historical records till 2020 January, whatever records are present, the historical analysis he will do, and he will create nice visualization dashboards, or in simple terms, create insights from historical data. But a data scientist will also do the same thing. He will also give you insights from the historical data. Apart from that, he will give you future prediction. So as a data scientist, he can tell what is the cells looking like in 2022, right? Let's say you have different outlets: big bazaar, Bangalore, let's say Marathali area, one outlet; Kadu Binsnali area, one outlet. So in this outlet in 2022, this is how the cells is going to be. The future prediction, which a data analyst cannot do. So that is the special things about data scientist. They know modeling, they can predict futures along with the past, right? But the data analyst, mostly historical data they will analyze. I hope these two terms is very clear. Coming to data engineer. Data engineer, once upon a time they were software engineers. Everyone, they migrated to data engineer right now. So if you are a person who love coding, so much of coding, you love coding, coding is a favorite thing to do, and you are a software engineer in past, or kind of you want to move or you want to continue with the same domain, you can jump to data engineering domain. Data engineer are the people whose main task is ETL, extraction, transformation, load. Now in they are mostly responsible for creating big data cluster, right? Big data cluster, maintaining big data cluster, right? Not only creating, maintaining means what? Which team will get how much access, which kind of access they will get, how much memory I need to allocate, right? For to which team. Some job is taking almost 70% of the memory, so other jobs are not working, hanging, some applications goes down. So all of this maintenance of the big data cluster, setting a big data cluster, user access, loading data into Spark, Hadoop, MongoDB, and all the NoSQL databases and SQL databases, extracting data, doing simple cleaning using SQL and NoSQL code, and then the results or the products, industrializing, cloud knowledge they should have, big data knowledge they should have, programming skills, Java, Scala, Python they should have, and it's highly demanded. So data engineer and data scientist both are parallel. So pay scale, if you ask, data science scientists get little higher, but mostly same. Data engineer and data scientist, mostly they get the same salary range. Having said that, you can ask what is difficult to learn, data science or data engineer. I am the right person to tell you about this. Why? Because initially I told you, right, I was in big data and then I switched to data science. So I am kind of half data scientist, half data engineer, two in one profile, right? So what I have experienced, this is my personal experience. This may vary with respect to, like, this is my own personal experience. So what I experienced is data engineering is more difficult than data science. Why? Learning curve is difficult here. Initial learning is difficult in both ways, right? Here also you have to learn complete big data ecosystem: Spark, Hadoop, Scala, Java, Python, and then MongoDB, NoSQL, HBase. You have to learn bunch of tools, right? Here also you will learn, there also learn. Learning curve is difficult, pay scale is same. Having said that, there is a high chance of job security is more here in data science. I'll tell you why. Data engineering, it is a tool based approach. What is that? This is called a tool based approach. Data science is a concept based approach. Learning, you both, it is difficult, but it's a concept that you're learning. See, maths, do you think maths is nothing but it is new? So maths is there 200 300 years ago also, right? Like this deep learning, machine learning, 1960. Before that, neural network, 1958, first neural network. So like statistics, 100 year 200 year before, statistics was there. So it's a concept based learning. Maths, statistics, machine learning, deep learning. So leave about programming languages, is just a wrapper we are using on top of the math. But if you see the like basic fundamental things of data science, it is concept, it is not a tool, right? If the tool changed immediately, just you need to learn a programming language and you can switch. But what about data engineering? Is there any concept? Answer is no. Everything is tool, tool, tool. Now, when your experience is directly proportional to a tool, always there is something always you should fear about of job loss. I'll tell you one thing. 2009 Hadoop came. 2009 Hadoop came. It was a boom. I know. When I was doing masters, I started learning Spark, and there was no tutor available online. There was no book available online which I can read. It was so new. There was no course available. I have learned from the official documentation site. So nobody was knowing about Spark, and this is very recent. 2016, I'm saying 15, 16, right? 5 years back, not like 10, 15. I'm also fresher. I'm not very experienced, as I said, right? Like I am 8, 9 years of experience I have total. So in 2015, when I started learning Spark, my guide also told you cannot do it because nothing is there. I was my research was big data plus recommendation engine. So I was building recommendation engine on top of Spark. So that was my research area. My guide said I cannot help you because nothing is there for Spark. You leave it and go for Hadoop. But I are you getting? So 2015-16, that is the situation. And 2019 to 9 to 2015, Hadoop was so popular. After Spark came, right? After Spark came in 2021, I don't no need to tell you, clearly it is Spark, right? Spark, people are having more demand if they have Spark. I mean, Spark is mandatory skill right now. It's not a optional skill, it's a mandatory skill. Now one person doesn't know Spark, one person doesn't know Hadoop. I will hire Spark, right? I will not hire Hadoop. Having said that, it's not like Hadoop is outdated, it is still there. But did you understand? So let's say Tableau, let's take another, let's say MongoDB. You have worked in MongoDB for 5 years. What will happen if some Django DB or some other DB will come, where your MongoDB experience will go, right? So it will go vanish. So people, freshers, 0 year 2 year experience, who has MongoDB experience or some new DB experience, will be highly demanded than MongoDB. Having said that, it's your personal choice. If you are a person who can up to date yourself very fast and keep up to date with the technology very fast, you will be rocking in data engineering field. So what I'm saying is, people think data science is difficult, and once you learn, every time it is learning. So where there is no learning, that is what I'm asking you. Every domain you should keep yourself updating. And one thing is, data science, it's not like there is, let's say, CNN. Now on top of CNN, let's say AlexNet is come, so it's not like CNN is vanishing in one night. Like Tableau replaced by some other tool, it will vanish in 1 year or 2 year. This is not like that, right? So are you getting? So that's the only difference between data scientist and data engineer. Having said that, both are highly demand. You can take anything. Data engineering, data science, both are difficult to learn. Data science is concept based, data engineering is tool based. If you're going for data engineering, you have to keep updating yourself very fast. And don't I cannot give you guarantee about the tools that you're using will be there for years and years. Every tool will be replaced in 2 3 years, that is for sure. We are in an era where today what we are using may not be relevant after 3 years. So keeping that into mind, if you are a person who can very good, let's say Azure was not very popular when I was in 2015. AWS was very popular. Nowadays Azure is very popular. Are you getting? So many new tools will come, you keep learning. That is the only thing. In data science, learning curve is difficult, but once you get it, it will remain with you. Your experience is not going to vanish. Nobody can replace deep learning in 2 years or 3 years, right? It will take at least 30 40 years to completely replace deep learning and come something else. Are you getting? So it's a concept. Nobody is going to replace math or statistics like within 1 year. Do you think? So that's the difference. That's my personal opinion, because I have worked in both data engineering and data science. Okay, now I think you got a clarity, right? What is data engineering, data analyst, and data science? Is it clear? This term is clear. Two things we have discussed so far. What is artificial intelligence and what is data engineering, data science, and data analyst? Is it clear? Others, is it clear? Data engineering, data science, data analyst. Now, if you hear these terms, will you be able to differentiate? Data engineering is nothing but software engineer, right? You are a software engineer in past. As a software engineer, you knew only Java. Now you have to upgrade yourself. Along with Java, you need to learn big data, you need to learn AWS cloud, you need to learn Scala, you need to learn Python, you need to learn NoSQL databases, and you can call yourself a data engineer or DevOps, very popular nowadays. Having said that, tools based, and if you are a person who can update yourself very fast, definitely you have a very great paycheck in data engineering. Coming to data science, if you are a person who is very much research oriented, analytical skill set, you have a mindset for problem solving, right? You're a very good storyteller, you love graphs, images, charts, right? Statistics and all that maths, then you should come to data science. A high demand, people ask whether there is job scope or not. Entire world is going to move to artificial intelligence, AI. There is no doubt about it. Other things will support AI, but AI will be the primary things, right? Like data. I will tell you some examples later in the course. After 5 years, you can, in this demo, you can remember me. After, today is 2021 February. In 2026 February, right? You are in a position where SQL will be completely automated. There will be a AI machine. You tell what you want. You feed the table and then tell, give me the person's name whose salary is greater than 50,000, age is less than 20, and city equals to Bangalore. Immediately, all the rows will be filtered. The query will be written in the right hand side. Already it is there. GPT-3 model, 2020. It has came new May. So it is not very popular right now, but within 2-3 years, it will capture the market. It can generate paint, it can generate new songs, it can compose songs, Alexa, Google Nest, Google Home, all of this, chatbots, face recognition things. So IoT, AI, everything is going to kind of merge together. 5G is also coming, so we will be living in an era where simple task which you can do can also be done by a machine. Only humans are needed where some complex thing or manual approach is needed. Things which can be automated will be automated by AI machines. That is for sure. Leave about other stuff. AI itself is going to be automated by AI. Are you getting? AI itself, some of the simple tasks in AI itself is going to be automated. Many of you must be heard about this thing, auto ML packages, right? So already it is there. Like, it is just you are not aware of, but already things are there. So what I can tell you is, you need to upgrade yourself. This is the time where really, if you want to stay in IT for next 10-15 years, if you don't know AI, if you don't know data engineering, cloud, big data, your job is at risk. These are not the only domains, cybersecurity, everywhere. So data science and AI is why I will tell you why this is very important. This is horizontal. Vertically, everything is fitting into it, right? Vertically, everything is fitting into it. So you are, let's say, AI or data scientist, you are here, everything will fit into it. You are horizontal, vertically. Let's say bank, right? Banking, so they need AI and data science. Why? Fraud detection, right? Loan defaulter, who will pay the loan, who will not pay the loan, right? And then we have other things like, let's say, customer segmentation, churn prediction, so many things. Now today, you have zero financial knowledge, and I am a bright example. My background you have seen, right? I am from computer science background. I do nothing about finance. Neither I have economics background. Still, I got selected in GS, which is a completely financial based company. I have zero knowledge. So the company has given me domain knowledge how much I need, but I really don't need much of domain knowledge, because I will be analyzing my data based on my statistical knowledge, not domain knowledge, right? I really don't care much about domain. Having said that, whatever is needed, company is will going to give you that training. Don't worry. Now I'm in a company where it is manufacturing. In manufacturing also, in last 2 years I have changed two sectors. One is your aviation. Do you think I have any idea about aeronautical engineering? Answer is a big no. I worked with people who are completed their masters, triple IT, IIT, like masters in mechanical engineering. I was like completely blank, but still, as a data scientist, I really need the data. Give me investment bank data, give me manufacturing data, give me renewables data. Data is data for me, right? Doesn't matter which domain data you are giving. I know how to process and how to analyze, how to create insights, how to do modeling. I have my own skill set. Give me your data and I will process it and give you results. This is
Ma'am, sorry to
manufacturing.
interrupt you, ma'am. I have one doubt
Yeah,
regarding the point that you have raised. We are
yeah.
having AI in AI. Then how far our data science engineers, that is like a data scientist, will be used in these situations, ma'am? Like, because since we are having AI in AI, as you mentioned, loop in a
Hmm,
loop in a loop. Because
correct.
even in the hardly 3 days back in the Google also they have modeled good a data science, that is like good models which will give
Okay,
a good deep
I got
learning
your
model
question.
when
Got it.
compared to the like through Google Cloud Platform, ma'am. Without getting hiring data science engineers, that Google Cloud Platform itself is giving some models which will give better results when compared to the human models.
Yes. Okay. So I understood your question. I will answer. This is a very good question. He said like already AI is going to automate it. Leave about other software engineering job, which is anyway going to be automated, are going to. I mean, already done. It is. But what about AI, right? If AI is automating itself, then why AI roles are important, right? What is the future of data scientist? And this is a bitter truth that instead of now in today's world, we are needing 40 data scientists. Maybe after 5 years, we may need 25 data scientists, 15 data science job will be lost. Right, that is for sure, because people are needed for managing those AI. So that is a kind of machine, right? There are so many real time challenges, right? When you work in industry as a data scientist, that time you will face it. There are so many kind of what I can say politics are going on. Many people will not accept your model because of so many various reasons, because see, one person has used Excel to forecast something and you are going to give a very good forecasting result. Now if he is using your model, what I mean, his own job is at risk. Are you getting? So many challenges you will face. Sometimes data will be messy. So I in summary, in one line, Sriram, please wait. Give me 5 minutes, then I will like you can unmute and ask, right?
Okay, ma'am.
So
Thank you, ma'am.
one yes. So one simple answer is yes. That is true that AI is going to be automated by AI, but this thing, how it will impact, instead of 40 data scientists which are hired by companies, maybe 25 data scientists will be hired. Having said that, data science or AI related job will not be never be zero. Why? Because there are so many real time challenges where a human intervention is mandatory. A human intervention is mandatory. Why? See, for example, let's say missing value treatment. I'll give you a very simple example so that you can relate. So what the statistic says, wherever there is missing, you fill it with the mean, right, or average. Now what a human will do, right? If you are filling missing value, let's say shop name is missing, shop name is missing, and the engine serial number is let's say abcz. Now a machine learning or a simple model will fill it with mode, let's say, or whatever statistics it has used, and fill it. But as you are a human, you know that abcz, this particular engine is only manufactured in Singapore. So wherever this is the thing, this is the thing. Are you getting? So in real time, so many such situation, and who will communicate? The machine cannot talk, right? So who will communicate the results? Who will understand the problem statement? Who will decide the scope of the project? Who will decide the timeline? Who will decide the features, right? Whatever the machine is giving, whether that is true or not, right? So and most most difficult part. Even being a human, we are not able to do it, leave about machines. So we work in a project for 5-6 months, but when it comes to convincing the client to sign up, right, it takes months of time to believe what we are doing, right? So definitely human intervention is there. Without human, no, see, you have a robot in your machine. Do you think if you are not available at home, the robot can be self sufficient? Answer is no. Having said that, you can you, instead of keeping 5 mates, maybe you can keep 2 mates or 1 mate which can guide. So that is what is going to happen. Human intervention is needed. And coming to deep learning, NLP, and other kind of complex things, till now it is not so mature that it can be automated, and it can never be automated, the initial parts, right? Later part modeling can be, but there are so many things. Now if I tell, you will not understand. Let's say data, right? So now you have one image only, LPT stage 1 blade, let's say, very one image. So every image is different, right? So when you are unlike your machine learning semi-structured data, unstructured data projects are varying across domains. What I mean to tell you is, the same project you cannot reuse. Most of the things you have to write from scratch. So that is where most of the time humans are needed. Having said that, this is a fact that 40 to 25 it will come in next 5 years because of this auto ML model. Though auto MLs are there, you still need a data scientist who can manage everything. If you are worried about AI, think about other things, right? So this is not about AI. Other domains, let's say software engineering, right? Let's say Java. Do you know there is a package in Python? You can see that it will convert any language to any language. So that is a major task we were doing, right? Compatibility. Like for example, Java code is there, Python code, Python is the new language. Let's say you want to convert. Many resources were spending years of time to convert the existing code to some other code, right? So that is already automated. Coming to SQL, codes are already automated. Website development is kind of, it is on the way to automation. So that is where we stand today, and this is the fact. So if you ask me, one single answer is, if you are skilled, if you are very skilled, you can sustain, and you will get a very high paycheck. If you are doing a task which is very simple, simply copy paste, if you are repeating, when you go and join your job, ask yourself, am I doing repetitive task? Am I doing every day the same task? Am I using my brain, or I am just using copy paste? If I can do copy paste, after 5 years a machine can also do the same repetitive task, copy paste. So those kind of copy paste roles are going to be automated. Wherever a brain is needed, only those kind of roles will be there, and few peoples are needed to manage all of these machines. That is what is going to happen. Is it clear, Sriram? You
Yes,
got your
ma'am. And
answer?
yes, ma'am. And one more doubt, ma'am. I have got from my seniors that it is better to get a job in Java rather than data science or data engineering. It is difficult to get a job in data science. May I know the reason for that?
Correct. So it's difficult to get a role in data engineering and data science. Absolutely correct. Correct. Why? Because the applications that you are building needs so many things. See, tell me, in Java, to get a Java. So this is very simple. You can answer yourself. So to get a job in Java, tell me, Shriram, what you need?
Java programming, ma'am.
Java programming. Correct. Now this is where you can get a Java. Now, to become a data engineer or data scientist, what you know, I tell you. Java is there, Java or Scala. If you are data engineer, let's say data scientist, right? Data scientist. Sometimes Scala is also we are learning, because if big data we are using Spark and all, right? Mostly Scala is not that much needed, but yes, sometimes some company need it because Spark is based on Scala. And then Python is mandatory, right? Programming is like ABCD for us. We don't even consider it's a skill set. In data scientist, in data engineer, programming is like ABCD for us. Like we don't even consider that's a skill set, because we have so many things to learn. Scala is there, Python is there, statistics is there, right? Statistics is there, machine learning is there, deep learning is there, and then we have visualization. We have all of these packages, Plotly, or you can take it as Tableau, right? Along with that, Excel, which is kind of must to have skill kind of thing, right? Excel is there, Spark is there. So I mean, there is, I cannot stop writing. If I write, no, one page will complete. So there is
Ma'am,
no end.
NLP and reinforcement learning also comes under data science.
Reinforcement learning is deep learning. So yes. So yes. So this here you are learning one skill, and here you are learning all the skills. So now tell me where the job, getting a job is difficult. Others, can you tell? Where you tell? You are learning only one language and getting a job, and why somebody cannot learn? Why this cannot replace this? Because here it is one, and here it is all of this you are learning. So if you are learning techniques and technology, if somebody has invested so much effort to learn all of these things, why he will not be highly paid than a Java developer? That's the reason data scientists, data engineers earn 40 times, 50 times more than Java developers. And this is a kind of current figure. And if you are very, 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 very much skilled, there is no upper boundary, right? I will give you some examples. I have seen my friends from startups, they have jumped to many, many good companies with 200%, 300%. Their salary was 4 5 package initially. After btech they jumped 15, 20, 25, 30, like that, just by knowing skills. So that is the reason. Yes, that is very true that data engineering and data scientist getting a job is difficult as compared to Java programming. There you are only learning one language. Here that language is nothing but a very basic thing apart from language. And if in same track for data engineering also, like so many things, Scala, Python, and then big data, Hadoop, Spark, Kafka, Kubernetes, and then we have MongoDB, HBase, we have SQL, we have Tableau, we have Excel, we have Spark, long list. So that's the reason they're highly demanded and highly paid. I think it is clear for everyone, right?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, and one more question, ma'am. What is the effect of quantum computing in the future on the present technologies like data science and data engineering?
So let us not go there. So that is something which others cannot understand, even though I explain. So let us not go there. Let us kind of limit ourselves in data science and AI. Let us not go to quantum computing, but it is still in a very, very initial kind of stage. So we will consider that later once you complete AI, right? So once
Yes,
you
ma'am.
complete
Thank you.
AI, you can understand about quantum computing, right? Okay, so this is something about the domain. Let us come to the point, that is data science course that we are covering. So what we are going to learn and who can enroll. So you understood the difficulty in having, but having said that, don't be scared looking everything. So like you, everybody is human. Like you are a human, everybody is human. We all are having family and other things. People are not going to ask you everything from every chapter. The expectation is not to expert in everything. The expectation is, do you know the basics? Do you know the basics? And if you don't know the basics also, then only you will be rejected. Nowadays data science job interviews are not that difficult. Yes, I am saying right, that is not very difficult. People like me, people like anyone else who is working like you are going to take the interviews. They're not gods. They themselves don't know many stuff, because what will happen is, if you are working in one company, you will, for example, you are working in bank, most of the time the application or whatever you are working, you will be unidirectional. You will forget about other things. Are you, if you are working in NLP, you will work for 4 5 hours, sorry, 4 5 years, and you'll forget about other kind of deep learning, let's say other concept, ML, time series and all. If you're working in time series 2 3 years, you'll forget about other. So they are like person like us. What they will ask you is basics. They will ask basics, your fundamental knowledge they will ask. There is no hi-fi questions. All are fundamental questions. If your fundamentals are not clear, you cannot crack interviews. And based on your CV, based on your experience, they're going to ask you questions. There will be 3 4 rounds. In the initial round coding test, it will be Python. After you clear that coding test, all the face-to-face rounds will be based on basic fundamentals and your project that you have written or mentioned in the CV. Based on that, they're going to ask you questions. So according to me, if you have taken this course and if your CV is shortlisted, I don't find any reason you will be not be able to answer. Right? I am 100% sure whatever questions they are asking, you will be able to answer it, right? With confidence. Only thing you need to do from your side is prepare a nice CV, prepare a nice resume, and for this also I will help you. I have worked in 20-30 projects so far from different sectors. I will share my experience. I'll guide you how to write your CV, what to write in your resume, what the interviewer is looking for in your CV. And then based on those, I will share some templates also which you can use for reference, some of my students and some of my own, and use those templates to prepare your CV. After that, once your CV is shortlisted, there is no doubt that you cannot answer the questions. That guarantee you can take it from me, right? Every question you will be able to answer. Okay, so what we are going to discuss in this particular kind of data science course. So for the data science course is of two part. This is your part one. Basically, part one is ML, machine learning statistics, Python machine learning statistics, right? Python, ML, and statistics. That is what you will learn here. This is your part one course, and then there is a part two course which is the advanced course, and it's a continuation. So here you will be learning deep learning, Spark, big data, and then you will be learning NLP. Deep learning, Spark, and NLP you will be learning, right? So this part one course, just we are starting from tomorrow onwards. This is a fresh batch, 7:30 a.m. and it is Monday to Friday, right? Monday to Saturday. Saturday also we are joining. Saturday the timing will be 9 a.m., right? 9 a.m. But Monday to Friday it will be 7:30 a.m. So everyday class, and the duration of this course is 1.5 months. Duration of the course is 1.5 months. And this also same, this will start every day morning. Now it is starting at 6:30. You can take one after another. So once you complete part one, you can go for part two. So once you complete your part one, you can go for part two. It is mostly 6:30 a.m. to 7:30 a.m., right? Every day, Monday to Saturday. But this demo is for part one, so I will restrict myself to part one. In part two and part one, if you are combined together, if you are taking, you'll get a good discount, and the duration will be almost 3 months, right? Here 1.5 months and here 1.5 months. And the course fees will be here. It is, you can discuss the course fees with the institute. And also one more thing is you can get the recordings of Durga sir's Python recording you will get. So we will discuss about the code part one course in detail. So as I said, who can take this part one course? Anyone with zero experience can take this course, right? Anyone with the interest of coming to data science or want to become a data analyst can take the part one course as a beginning or starting point. In the part one course, only requirement is a good laptop with a good system configuration, nothing else. If you have a zero programming background, we will teach you Python. Don't worry about it. So basically, having said that, the core Python I will cover, the advanced Python also I will cover. There are some other modules in Python which you will get recordings from Durga sirs, right? ML and statistics I will cover in detail, and this is a very good perfect balance between theory and practical. So in theory we will be covering every algorithm very detail, right? Right, so what we will discuss is let's say any machine learning or any deep learning algorithm, we will go very detail about maths. I will derive everything in the class and share you the proper notes followed by your coding. So in the coding we will be using Python to implement projects. So in this entire part one and part two, almost you leave about part two that we will discuss later. In part one, what you're going to get is in Python, you are going to get 5 coding test questions. These are real-time coding test questions that I have collected. After coding test, each coding test is based on one topic. Data structure 1, 10-15 questions, NumPy 10-15 questions, Pandas 10-15 questions, visualization, Plotly, right? We have 10-15 questions, followed by one project. And then we have machine learning. We have 5 projects in machine learning, 5 projects in machine learning, and one major project in machine learning. So total 6 projects we are going to do in machine learning statistics, and 5 assignments you will get in other Python chapters, NumPy, Pandas, and visualization. And every Sunday, there will be 2 Sundays. There will be 2 Sundays. Almost you can say every 1.5 months you are connecting, right? So this Sundays, you are going to get mock test, three hours test. I will not be there. I will not be there. and I will share you questions very similar to how you will expect in interviews, right? Like when you join or when you're applying for any company, how you will expect coding questions, those kind of questions I will share. 3 hours, you will be questions will be displayed within the timeline. You have to give me the solutions and submit your solutions. So that is a kind of practice set. I will not be there. I will just start the meeting and leave. This is your coding test, 3 hours. In Monday's class, we will discuss the results or the solutions. I will take you through. So along with that, I will also guide you. As I said, this is my 45-50 number batch. So everything is very, very organized. You will get the recordings, you'll get the materials, you'll get the assignments, notes, interview questions, CV preparation tips. It is an end-to-end support, right? Starting from zero level to a level where you can very confident about writing all the things that you have done in your resume. Till that level, I will take you, right? So after taking this course, you can showcase 2 year experience in data science, right? 2 year experience in data science. If you are having 4 year, 5 year, 6 year, 7 year, whatever number of years of experience you have, recent 2 year you can showcase in your CV as a data scientist. I can help you till that level, right? So this is at high level. Any questions in this? Do you have the syllabus with you? Syllabus have you gone through?
Hello,
Yes,
hello.
Vajit.
Yeah, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible, Savajit.
Hello. Ma'am, I'm asking that you are telling that this course will be of 45 days.
Yes.
I gone through the syllabus. There is no mention of any data science.
Your voice is breaking. You can type your questions, Savajit, in the chat window. Your voice is breaking. See, I don't, yes. So the Tableau and SQL is mandatory. SQL is mandatory in the sense, see, I'll tell you, SQL is not like you need to understand SQL developer kind of role you are not into, right? Just you need SQL to pull the data collection. When you are pulling the data from databases, how much is needed? Simple join, simple select queries, very simple SQL is needed, and I think that you can learn yourself. SQL we are not covering. Tableau I will share recordings of data analytics batch. Having said that, if you see the syllabus, let me share the syllabus in the meantime when I'm taking your doubts. If you are joining,
Hello.
if you are yes, Avajit.
Yes, ma'am. I think the call was disconnected. Means I was not able to speak.
Yeah. So now we can hear
Hello.
you, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm telling that how much duration will be of the class
Exactly 1.5 months. Exactly 1.5 months. It's not
and
in terms
class
of
timing. Class timing
class timing is morning
means
7:30
duration.
to 8:30. Every day class, including Sundays. 2 Sundays you have to join for 3 hours. Every day class is there, every day. So what I believe is if I stretch the class for 2-3 months, people are demotivated. This is a concept, or we are humans. We can keep our motivation not more than 2 months. I'm teaching for last 4 years. So whenever I design longer course, 3 months, 4 months, people lose their interest. So having said that, it depends on the quality and the content, right? My content is very well structured. The same thing, if somebody else will explain you, may take 2 hours. The same thing, if I will explain you, I can summarize in 30 minutes. Why? Because of my teaching experience. And the structured syllabus or structured content delivery is something which is very important. Are you getting? So how somebody is presenting the things to you, that is very important. And also I carry my industry experience, so I always relate how this like it is not based on only theory, it is also based on how you will use that theory in real time project. So I give equal importance to project practice as well as theory, right? And I can guarantee you, once you enroll, you can feel that what I'm saying today, you can feel that the content is very detailed. Whatever we are covering is very detailed, there is nothing beyond it. I don't believe in touching the surface, and that is not going to help you. Many institute will write so many things and then they will touch the surface just to advertise so many content. They will touch the surface of every content. Introduction. So introduction will not help you to crack interviews. In-depth knowledge is what is going to help you to crack interviews. If you are saying I know 3 algorithms, that is okay, but what they are asking you is, can you explain everything that I'm asking on those 3 algorithms? It is better to say I know 5 algorithms and rest all I am learning, and answer everything, rather than saying 50 algorithms I know and you are not able to answer even simple linear regression. What the interviewer will think is, so much of thing he has written in the CV, but nothing he knows. Instead of that, at least let them understand, okay, this person, whatever he's telling he knows, means he knows. We cannot even ask one question which he doesn't know in that. So that is how interview will work. So whatever algorithm, and that is how you should learn also, like whatever you are learning, you go so much detail about is like nothing beyond it. Whatever you're skipping, you skip it, later on you can learn. So here we are learning machine learning, and also in machine learning 6 algorithms, very detailed: linear regression, logistic regression, decision tree, random forest, feature selection techniques, modeling technique, many things we are covering in detail. The maths, the derivatives, the theory, the practical, the project, the questions, the interview questions, mock test, it is a complete thing. Okay, I'll keep you engaged for this entire 1.5 months. You dedicatedly join, you attend every class, you do the assignments. After 1.5 months, after attending 1 hour class, every day you need to give 1 to 2 hour more from your side. Once you complete all the assignment, if you follow me, definitely there will be not even a single question which you will not able to answer from the topics that I have covered. Right, from the topics that we have covered in the class, there will be not even a single question that you will not be able to answer. That guarantee I can tell you, based on whatever we have covered so far. Right, people will just tell you for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months they will advertise, but honestly you need to check what they are giving you in those kind of days. Somebody will take 15 minutes just to load a data set, right? It depends, right, who is taking and how they are managing the classes. But if you give me 40 hours, I can complete the syllabus nicely, right, with all the in-depth knowledge. So what you join some demo class, you will understand in 1 hour how much we cover, right? And it's not like I'm just running or rushing. It is very much everybody's question will be answered, right? If you want to join, you are free to join any class of mine which is in between, and you see how the questions are. Like every people can ask me anytime any questions. I do extend, though the class timing is 8 to 9, every day we are logging out at 9:30. Half an hour people do keep asking questions. I do explain everything I do explain, and then only we stop the class, right? So that is how it is. What I will tell you is, you join some demo class, you will understand how the quality is and how the content is designed and how the classes are, and then you will get some trust. Right, Savajit? So don't judge anything based on time, judge anything based on quality.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So a real time experience. See, many of the things you can get it from online also, but you need an instructor to guide you mostly in interview preparation. What kind of questions somebody is asking, how to write in your CVs. Those things I feel is very important, rather than kind of other. The concepts are definitely important. We will cover it, but the main part of this course, which you can take away, is basically the interview knowledge that I'm going to share based on whatever interviews I have gone through, whatever interviews my student has gone through, whatever coding test they have gone through, everything I will summarize and give it to you. Whatever I can, I will try my best to help you, right, to crack interviews.
Ma'am, can we
Okay.
take the part one and part two simultaneously, ma'am? Or is there any link between the part one and part two?
You can take this simultaneously if you have Python knowledge. So in part two, I'm not covering Python from day one. Okay, let me share the syllabus. I have not shown the syllabus yet. In part two, the first day one is linear algebra. So what I'm expecting is, at least you should know core Python. Core Python means what is variable, what is function, right? Very basic stuff. If you know that, part two you can take simultaneously. Parallelly you can
Okay.
take. If you don't know this part like Python, this will be a little difficult. programming if you don't know. But if you know core Python, you can understand. So yeah,
Okay.
people do tell you like machine learning is first you need to understand, then deep learning. There is no correlation between machine learning and deep learning. They both try to solve the same problem. I'll tell you one thing. This question is like asking, can I create a chart, let's say simple bar chart using Tableau if I don't know Power BI? What is the answer? Tell me. If you don't know Power BI, can you create the same chart, scatter plot? Power BI also you can use for, let's say, creating a histogram or bar chart. Tableau also you can use for creating a bar chart. The purpose is same. But tell me this answer. If you don't know Power BI, can you understand Tableau? What is the answer? Yes, you can
Yes.
understand why. The approach is different. Though they're solving the same problem, the approach is different. Though deep learning is also doing the same thing what machine learning can do, like regression or classification or prediction or whatever it is, or recommendation, the approach is different. The machine learning approach is different. The deep learning, how the models are learning, is different, right? So the approach is different. Only common thing is Python, because both of the concept, you need a language to code, and Python is something which is common. Apart from that, the approach is different. So there is no, it's not like if you don't know machine learning, statistics, yes, it is parallel. Statistic knowledge is somehow required, but machine learning, deep learning are parallel lines. Is it clear? If you don't
Yes,
know
ma'am.
machine learning also, you can very well understand. And if you don't believe me, join any random class of deep learning, you can understand, because the approach is completely different. The machine how it is learns and the deep learning model how it learns is different. Two different things.
Ma'am, and
Ultimate goal
one
is
thing,
same.
ma'am, I am from
Yeah.
EC background. I am from EC. Can I understand this data science, ma'am?
See, yes, you can very well understand, because these concepts are nothing related to, like it's a parallel concept. I can say mostly math is what we are using. Everything is math. Now, if you are a person who can, so math also I'm covering, right? Whatever math is needed, you can, I'm covering in this course. So answer is a big yes. If you can spend some additional timing, a big yes, because everything whatever is needed, we are covering in this particular course. Anyone can understand irrespective of your background. If you don't have a programming background initially, you have to learn Python first from part 1 course, and also Durga says recording you are getting 40 hours recording. This is the advanced Python syllabus, right? Right, so this is very well structured. We start with, I will show you the part 1 course also. So we start with deep learning. I'll tell you about PyTorch, GPU coding, CPU coding, linear algebra, right, followed by your image processing. Every topic has full of assignments. Image processing, you will get all of the image processing details, right? How to blur an image, how to apply filter, resize, scaling, normalization, interpolation, all of these things, thresholding, smoothing an image, using OpenCV, followed by time series. You will have a very good understanding about time series. Series has different components: trend, seasonality, moving average, exponential moving average. Then we will discuss about other time series component. These are the prerequisites. So once I complete the prerequisites, so you are asking, can I understand? You can very well understand, because before I jump into deep learning, whatever is needed, I'm covering fast. Can you see my syllabus? First, I am teaching you the time series. Why? Because later we are going to do a time series project. Then I'm explaining you image processing. Why? Because I'm going to use CNN for image processing. Before that, I'm using all the maths. Why? Because maths is needed for deep learning. So I'm completing all the prerequisite before we jump into the main content, right? So that's the reason very well you can understand advanced if you don't have any background on machine learning. See where I have written machine learning, any dependency from the syllabus, not even a single word you need from ML. Only thing is you need to understand image, you need to understand time series, you need to understand text data, whatever is needed I'm covering it here. Now we will start deep learning. From here we are starting deep learning. See my theory, how in depth it is. Everything cost function derive one by one, line by line maths we will cover in the class. Everything once, then we will have a project. Every topic has a project. Second topic is nothing but your CNN. CNN is something we will be doing a image classification project. We have 1900 X-ray images and we will feed an artificial intelligence deep learning model, all of those 1900 images, and the model will be a self-doctor kind of thing. You feed any X-ray image, the model will tell you whether you have pneumonia or not. And those 1900 X-ray images are COVID patient images, right? That is the second project we'll be doing. The third is RNN LSTM, sequence modeling, detailed theory followed by forecasting. You need time series here, which you already understand. Now here you will implement. So you have 2021 quarter one. We are going to forecast what will be the number of corona cases state-wise in every state in India using RNN and LSTM deep learning models. Then we are going to learn about text mining or web scraping. We'll understand about web crawling, web scraping, and then followed by pattern recognition. We are going to do one sentiment analysis project where you will understand how to clean text data. You will go to Flipkart, you will extract reviews from a very recent model, Samsung recent one model. We will extract reviews for that and do a sentiment analysis project on that particular data that you have collected. After that, we are going to discuss about Spark. Spark is a very important tool. You will understand what is big data, difference between Hadoop and Spark, how to install Spark in cloud and how to install Spark in local mode, how to integrate Spark with Jupyter Notebook, IDE, how Spark work architecture followed by your Spark SQL and data frame, and Spark machine learning. So in this particular case, you need machine learning, but that is not the topics that we have seen in the core like part one. This is recommendation engine. I'm going to change this syllabus. Spark, you are going to build a recommendation engine which is not covered in part one. I don't want a single word to be repeated. I want whoever has taken part one has learned completely different thing. Whoever has taken part two has learned completely different thing. So here you will learn how to build a recommendation engine on top of Spark using Spark ML library. Right, so you will understand about recommendation engine also. This is your advanced syllabus. Now what you're going to get in any doubt in advance, this you can take after you complete the part one, right? So any doubt, all good? You can get the syllabus. Check with Bhavani ma'am. She will share the syllabus with you. Any doubt? We are all good? Advance. Any doubt?
Yeah.
We are all good. Yeah. Coming to the part one that you have enrolled for, right? The demo class. This is also very well structured. And my syllabus is so famous because it is there in the market for last 5 years. Many institutes are approaching me to teach in their institute, and they share their syllabus saying take our syllabus, and what I find is that is my syllabus only. So it went to Mumbai, it went to Hyderabad, Bangalore. Many institutes are copying pasting my syllabus, which I have designed 2-3 years back, and also every year I'm updating. So why this syllabus is very popular? Because it is very well designed. I took 3 to 4 days just to design the syllabus, and I will do some changes also. Right, in this current batch syllabus I'm going to do some changes. Maybe you will see this. Many things I don't write in the syllabus but tell in the class, because that is very I don't want it to share publicly. That is very kind of only thing which is kind of interview secrets, right? Based on whatever interview I have attended, I have seen many US consultancy taking interviews of many of my students. So they share their experience. So all of those things I do share. I will not tell that in the CV, or, sorry, in the syllabus, but I will cover it in the class. Mostly the last classes, very important. Last 2-3 class, I will share you some of the questions, and I can write you, give it in written. Whatever I will tell you, 10 to 15 questions. Out of that, 90% you will get it in the interview. Let's say I'm saying 15 questions, the same 15 question, out of that 8 to 10 question will be repeated. Definitely you're going to get such kind of questions. I can give you in written. If you're not getting, you can call me directly. At least 4 or 5 definitely you will get. So those kind of questions I will share in the end of the class, right? That is kind of very much helpful for you. This is the part one syllabus, and in part one, see, we are starting from basics, like what is GitHub and what is machine learning, data science difference. I think many of this you can also see in the demo class. Who is a data scientist, life cycle, difference between data engine. So I follow my syllabus word by word, right? Whatever is written will be you will get the same thing in the end of the class. 6 steps, right? 3.5 months I said. So 3.5 months is the syllabus, 1.5 month, 1.5 month. And then software installation from very beginning, level 1 will start. Having said that, don't get bored by thinking this is a Python class. No, this is a data science class, machine learning and data science class. I will focus 90% of my time. Sorry, I split in this way. 100% out of that, 70% is totally dedicated to machine learning and statistics. 30% is dedicated to Python. Out of that 30%, 20% is dedicated to pandas, numpy, visualization, 10% to core Python. Core Python, I'll just give you a brief. Anyway, you are getting Durga sir's 40 hours recording, 40 hours. So every topic nicely 6-month video access you have, material and video. You can see through that. You have decorators, generator, Python, regular expression, file handling, Django Flask, entire series. That itself is like kind of 9-10,000, right? So that is going to get completely free. Tableau recording from my side, 4 hours Tableau recording I'll give free of cost. So I think you have enough sources. Now, how much time you are giving to learn, that is up to you. I will give you a brief about core Python. Having said that, we are not going to go detail about other Python topics. We'll stop here. After Python fundamentals, I'll jump to my core Python, NumPy and Pandas. Very, very important modules. NumPy we will discuss, Pandas we will discuss. Every topic, whatever we will cover, I have written in the syllabus. Every topic has assignment. After this, visualization, line plot, scatter, pair, histogram, hit, bar, count, factor. So many different kind of plots we will discuss. After that, we will have a project 1. This project 1 we will do in the class. Every project we do in the class, right? And then finally we will see about statistics, and then we will see about machine learning, right? In machine learning, I don't want to read through, you can read through. Every topic is very detailed. So I will be writing in the class every math and everything. So coding is obviously one project we will take, and then that I will help you to understand. But theory also is very important to crack interviews. So I give importance to both theory and practical. Along with practical, theory is also important. If you want to see any note, right, so I can show you any of the note. I'm very transparent sharing the things that will help you to understand how in depth you are going. Let's say this is one simple note, let's say one deep learning algorithm. So you can see I have explained you the maths, the derivatives. After that, this is how you will get the notes. This is not I'm just going to share everything, I will write and tell you. This detail, let's say this is an algorithm. We are going how much detail about any algorithm you can see. Entire math I will derive in the class, right? Whatever is needed, I will derive in the class like this. Then this notes will be shared with you. So the theory, you should be very confident, right? And also with every theory, there is one use case, one project. So you know how to implement in real time, you know the complete theory about that algorithm. In this way, we are going to complete this entire syllabus. Whatever is written will be completed in depth. Whatever is not written, we are not completing. We are not at all touching it. Is it clear? And if you want to see projects, see this is one project. See the projects are also whatever. See, I believe in depth. So whatever I go in depth. Otherwise, I just skip it. So this is how a project, complete project. I'll take you through every step of it. This is a complete data science project. So we'll do feature selection, we will do data cleaning, we will do model in data pre-processing. We have so many steps. We will do model validation, we will do model building, everything, right? Okay. So any doubt? So far all good? Pavan, Shriram, Sudarshan, Pratap.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Fine, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So what we will do is tomorrow you can join 7:30. Only thing is I have completed installation, Jupyter Notebook and Anaconda installation. So I think most of you already know it. Otherwise, I will share you recording. You can follow the recording, and in YouTube also many demo sessions are there. You can go through that. And once you've done the installation, tomorrow onwards, we're going to start with the core Python concepts. The Python first topic, variable data types, functions. We're going to see functions, basic stuff tomorrow, right? Python, core Python, fundamental. So this week we are going to cover the core Python module 1. right? So you can join one or two demo class. Demo class means that is actually a content. What you join today is demo, and tomorrow onwards it will be a content class. So once you join 2-3 classes, you can confirm your enrollment once you feel comfortable. Okay, any questions you want to ask, or we are all good?
Ma'am, one question, ma'am. Ma'am, I
Yeah.
have seen in the Durga website that you are taking data science as well as data analytics, some other advanced data science, machine learning. Ma'am, is it possible to remember all these uh, aspects of data science, data engineering as well as data analytics? Because as you are an instructor, I'm asking you, ma'am.
No,
Because
no,
I
like,
felt it is very difficult, but you are an instructor for all these things.
oh, okay. I am learning every day, waking up 3 o'clock since last 5 years, right?
Okay, ma'am.
So yeah, so there is a difference. In 5 years, I changed 4 companies, and cracking Goldman Sachs is not easy. Everybody will understand. So I learned that much, and yes, you are correct. I am not an instructor for data engineering. I don't know who told you. I could have been, but I don't find myself that much efficient. Though I know many topics, I can teach, but I don't find expert. Somebody who is teaching should be expert in that domain. I consider myself an expert, or I mean, I will not say expert, still I'm learning, I will say, but at least whatever I learned so far, I think I am in a good position to teach you for data science. And data analyst is a part of data science, right? A data scientist is a way more advanced person than a data analyst. Data analyst has to know SQL and Excel. As a data scientist also I should know. As a data engineer also somebody should know. Data analyst know Tableau. Tableau is a drag and drop tool. I can create a web app using Dash and Plotly. What if you give me Tableau, it is easier for me, drag and drop. So a data scientist also know Tableau. A data analyst also know Tableau, Python, Pandas, everything. Everyone should know that. I know. Coming to other things, machine learning, only regression data analyst should know. I know that. Coming to Spark and all, I have worked in Goldman Sachs. We were having 500 terabytes of data. So I have a very good exposure handling big data. So I know big data are part of, not everything, but I will say MongoDB and other NoSQL 1.2 and Spark I am very comfortable with. I'm using Spark since 2015. You can see I have some research publication, I'll show you later. So hence I know big data. Now this is what a data analyst should know. So that's why I can tell every, not me, any data scientist can very easily crack data analyst interviews because they are way more advanced than a data analyst. Coming to data science, along with that, I hold a full-time 2 years master's degree. I have researched for 2 years only in machine learning. I have studied 300 papers, and that's the reason I'm able to publish 30 papers, right? You can see my Google index. My Google index, you search Sasmitha, you will get a Google index. My paper has been cited it 67 times, right? Only sorry, 30 papers. I told, I said 30 times it was cited. Only in the last 2 years it has been cited 67 times. Why? Because that paper has that much weightage, right? It's a research
Okay.
and innovation that I have done. So I have not reached here just like that. And I consider myself, uh, I mean, a kind of good position to teach you whatever I have learned. I just want to share my knowledge with you. For data scientist, I worked in many domain, and in data science, people may tell you 17, 20, 25. Now, people, you tell me, do you agree somebody can have 17-year experience in data science? 17-year means today is 2021. You subtract 17-year. Do you think in 2002, 2003 that data science was there?
No, ma'am.
Now, how somebody can be a data scientist? How they have 17 years? Tell me. They all are faking. Honestly, with 7-year experience, if a very good company can offer me a kind of team lead position, why they're offering me team lead position? If you are in a software engineering field, do you think you can manage a team with 6 year, 7-year experience in data science? Sorry, in software engineering, or you need at least 10 year, 12 years, right? Are you getting? Because data science is new, you will not get professional more than 8 9 years of experience, or maybe hardly 10 years. I don't believe anyone who is, we laugh if somebody will write 10 year, 15 years. When we take interviews, we laugh inside because we know they are faking. Nobody can have more than 10-year experience. That is a lie. If somebody is telling, statistician, mathematician, I will believe because they were there. But data science term itself is, I think, after 2009 or 10 it came. How somebody can have more than whatever? The term itself was not existed before 2010, right? Somebody can be a statistician, somebody can be a mathematical background. That is completely understandable. But somebody telling themselves a data scientist for last 15 years, 20 years is a fake thing. Even data engineering is also new, right? This DevOps and data engineering. I think 2012, 13, after Hadoop Spark came, all these data roles came into picture. Even data analyst also. These all roles are new. Whatever roles, data engineering, data science, data analyst, are kind of roles like kind of 8-10 years, not more than that. So that is the thing, and you are correct. I am teaching data analyst, and in my current company, let me tell you, we are doing drone analytics. And do you know what you mean by drone analytics? We have inverters. We are manufacturer of inverters. The drone is going and capturing all the pictures, videos every day. We are analyzing that video to understand which inverter in the solar plant, which inverter is not working good and which inverter is working good, which solar plant is working good, not working good. So deep learning, every day I'm using deep learning. That's why I consider myself I'm the right fit to teach you advanced, right? People are there with they will just take courses like you and then they will start teaching. I don't want to comment on anything, but getting this knowledge is very important from real time, because in real time the learning is like, it is something like what you are learning is you are applying it, so it gives you so much of additional experience rather than only bookish knowledge or academic knowledge, right? But both are important. But you asked me a very good questions. Thank you for that, Sriram. Did you get your
Thank
answer
you.
why I'm teaching this? So
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
not
Yes.
a good fit for data engineering. I never said. I stopped it. I was teaching actually, and like in Goldman Sachs, my role was two in one. I was a data engineer as well as a data scientist. But today, this is the problem. I could not update myself. The tools are so updated so fast. Once I will learn one thing, something is new is coming up, and I just got lost. So I stopped data engineering since long back, 3-4 years back. I'm focusing only on deep learning. You can consider me as a NLP deep learning expert, because this is my major area. Outlier detection and kind of thing is my major area, which I'm focusing right now. I'm not a good person to teach you data engineering, right? And you need to find a person who is very expert in cloud, very expert in big data, very expert in Scala, very expert in NoSQL, who can teach you, and also working as a data engineer for last 6-7 years at least, who can teach you better than me, right? I am an instructor only for data science, and yes, data analyst I can very well teach. Only thing is data analyst, we stopped because of no time. So we have already running 3-4 batches, and we don't have any time. At least I don't have any time to take any further batch. So that's the reason I stopped it after one class. Is it clear,
Yes,
Sriram?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you,
And
ma'am.
yeah, no problem. So feel free to ask me any queries. It's very interactive session and your questions are actually helping others. So feel free to, I like, if I would be in your position, definitely I would have been asking all of these questions like this. Can I learn? Can I understand? Who is teaching? What is her experience? Everything is a very valid question, and I really appreciate your questions. Thank you so much. And please go through the content and let me know if you have further queries in the next class. Okay, thank you everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah, Pavan.
Yeah,
I'm actually
Tableau.
getting late. Yeah, this is the
Uh,
last question I'll take, Pavan. Yeah.
yeah. Tableau or Power BI, which is good for data science?
See, anyone is better. Say Tableau is costlier, Power BI is cheaper. Both are wonderful tools. Tableau, obviously, if you pay more, you will get something more. Having said that, depends what is your requirement. You can also use Python, which is free of cost. Plotly and other libraries, free of cost. You can create visualization. Tableau is better than Power BI. Having said that, Tableau is very costly, $1,400 per user license. So depends on the company what they are using, right? You should get a license first to use it, right? So if your
Uh,
company is giving Tableau license, you can go ahead. If Power BI, you can use that. Uh, all things are good. What is your company is providing, you can use it, right? If they're giving Tableau, it's good. So basically, if you understand the grammar of visualization, which you will understand from this course, where to use scatter plot, what is box plot, where to use which kind of plot, what is bivariate, what is univariate, what is the grammar of each visualization. If you're clear on that part, no matter what is the tool, within 1 day or 2 day, you can learn it. It is drag and drop. You can code it, then you can learn it also, right? Drag and drop.
Oh,
What is x-axis, what is y-axis, drag, drop, done. Chat is done. So those kind of things, right?
oh, okay.
If you
And
spend two,
how
three
many?
days, you will understand. Yeah.
Okay. How many hours can I get into Tableau for recording
Tableau is,
sessions?
yeah, so Tableau is actually not there in the syllabus. That is something as a bonus I am giving. It's not included. You can see. I had taken a data analyst batch, right? So that recording I can give you. So Tableau recording, I guess it is 4 to 5 hours recording you will get.
Uh, data analyst is also one of the part of the course in a data science, right?
Yes, yes, you're correct. So data analyst is the first step to become a data scientist. So data analyst means you first, I mean, you're a half data scientist. Along with data analyst knowledge, if you have modeling knowledge, then you're a data scientist. Is it clear?
Oh,
Along with data analyst, if you know modeling means machine learning, deep learning, NLP, text mining techniques. If you have this knowledge, you are a data scientist. Also, every data scientist are data analyst, but all data
oh,
analysts are not data scientists.
okay, okay. And last query, how many hours can we keep into in CV for a data science? How many years of experience?
Two
Sorry.
years. 2 years you can showcase after taking part 1, part 2. 2 years you can
Uh,
show.
but actually, for data science, how many years of experience we are getting job? In 2 years of experience is also enough. Am I right? 2 years or more than?
Data analyst, you are very good position to write. If your plan is to apply for data analyst, this part 1 course will give you so much detail. I
Okay.
think you can go for senior positions also if you want to go for, right, 2 3 years you can showcase. Only thing is you need to learn SQL and Excel something you can learn yourself, I am assuming. Tableau, Excel, SQL, if you can learn. Tableau, I will give you recordings, right? SQL and Excel, if you can learn yourself, this part 1 course will make you a very strong data analyst, right? And you can, like, most of the things that is required already you know in depth. Most of the data analysts will not be knowing machine learning in depth, but you know that. So that's a great point, right?
Okay. And for data science, how many experience of we are getting job? How many? 2 years of experience is also enough, or more than 2 years years of experience?
No, no, no. You should at least have some experience, 1.5 to 2 years, so that your CV will be shortlisted. So
Okay.
I will recommend everybody to showcase at least 2 years. If you are having 8 years, 10 years, 12 years, whatever it is, last 2 years you can showcase as a data scientist
Okay.
after taking this. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, I got it. Yeah, yeah. And what are the prerequisites? And Python is mandatory, and SQL, and these are
No,
enough for.
Python is not mandatory. If you're taking part 1, I'm covering Python and you're also getting Durga Sir's recording. So you don't need anything. I will cover Python from scratch. Having said that, core Python will only cover other Python topics you can understand from Durga Sir's recording, and advanced Python, whatever is needed for data science, NumPy, Pandas, I will cover in depth. So like you just join and everything will be taken care. If you're joining from part 1, everything whatever is needed to become a data scientist will be taken care by me. Having said that, if you want to understand more about Python, you can go through Durga sir's recording,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
which is in
Yeah,
depth.
yeah, yeah. And we can write the coding like from the Jupyter notebook. Am I right? Ma'am? Jupyter
Yes,
notebook
yes, you can learn,
using.
you can write the coding, yes, using Jupyter notebook, correct.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, just I'm asking, friendly asking. One person spoke to us quantum computing. I heard one that word. Just I'm asking. Quantum computing is advanced to deep learning. Am I right, madam? Quantum computing.
See, quantum computer is something related to many things. Basically, many things we are using there. It's basically what I can tell you is computer to perform quantum. You first you need to understand what is quantum computation, right? To understand what is quantum computing. Let us not go there. Let us stop here. Let us stop in AI, right? And if some time permits, I will explain. It will take 15-20 minutes. Mostly full of math knowledge. So without math background, it is difficult to even go to that level, right? So we need to understand very in depth. You have seen compiling design. What is that subject? Compiler designing,
Compilers.
right? Yes, compilers. So many things you need to like. You need to have a very good understanding about probabilities and a high level of maths, and then we can understand about quantum computing. So let us stop here in AI. Yes, and this is a very, yes, we need to understand quantum algorithms, right? Time complexity and other things to go to that level. So
Okay, quantum computing is depending on only mathematics and statistics, right, madam?
see, it's a math is a backbone. Having said that, it's not only maths. It depends on many other things, right? We need to understand, as I said, quantum state, what is probability, many other things. Let us not go there. Let us stop ourselves in AI. Till now, there is not very common language or platform. I think I heard that Google has given one open source, but we need to wait for some more years where it will be open for everyone to kind of open source libraries like Python has, or at least some open platform will be when we will get, then maybe we can go and do some more research on it. As of now, it is a kind of very immature state, or what I can say is very new, very new. Okay,
Yes,
it's a
ma'am.
physics and math combined.
Yes, ma'am. It totally depends upon quantum mechanics, Schrodinger wave equation, ma'am. I went through the Google research paper.
And hello, yeah, and
So you have to know about physics also along with math. So basically, in it's a combination of NASA along with Google AI combined together. So let us not go there. Okay, yeah, go ahead. You're saying something.
last two queries. And data structures is also required for this machine learning and deep learning, madam?
No,
Data
no, no.
structures.
Data structures are not required, but sometimes people are asking coding questions. So I will share some coding interview tips. Data structure is not required.
Okay, binary search and binary tree is this.
You can practice some problems just to clear coding test, but in real time, it is not required. We never use data structure.
Okay, and final query, and we can deploy. Sorry, we can develop the applications using machine learning and deep learning by using Python coding, right, madam? And we can develop the applications using Python code. Am I right? For
Yes,
machine
yes.
learning.
Everything we can from scratch we can implement. We will be building many application. One project will tell which transaction is fraud. That is one project. Other project in AI advanced, I have given you some example. In
Yes.
machine learning, you will be doing many projects. One project will be forecasting the sales price. One project will be doing whether it is fraud or not. Another project will be finding the important features. We will be selecting feature selection using PCA, principal component analysis, very important algorithm. So we will be doing couple of projects, not couple of, maybe 4 to 5 projects in this entire course.
Yeah, we can develop the applications, right, madam?
Yes, from scratch you will write your code and you can
Okay.
develop.
Okay.
Yeah.
And AWS SageMaker and Azure YAML is also required, madam.
See, everything, if we keep adding, it will be go long, but these are mandatory. On top of that, you can add whatever you want to learn. So there is no restriction in learning, but this things that is mentioned in the syllabus is mandatory. So any interview you are going for data science, people will ask you whether you know ML or not. First, they will ask you about ML. If you can answer the questions, then they will ask you whether you know auto ML. So yes, answer is yes. Cloud knowledge will definitely help you, but uh, kind of that is what I can tell you is that is not something which is kind of decide whether somebody will reject you or select you. But if you don't know machine learning, definitely you'll be rejected. If you don't know
Yes.
deep learning and Spark, definitely you'll be rejected, right? You don't know Python, definitely you'll be rejected. So you know Azure and you know AWS, you know let's say Django, Flask, that is not required. But if you tell you know, people will be happy. That is good to have. This is mandatory. So mandatory skill set, if you don't know, let's say you will tell you are going for data science, you're saying, I don't know deep learning, I don't know statistics, I don't know ML, then rejected. These are mandatory,
Oh,
right?
oh,
Having said
okay.
that, there is no restriction. If you want to learn Tableau, you are very much welcome. You want to know Power BI, very good. You want to learn Java Scala, very good. You want to, you know, Spark, you want to learn about Kafka, go ahead, learn. Are you getting? So there is no upper limit, but this is the bare minimum or kind of at least thing. At least you should know this much.
AutoML is also package, madam, or one of the
They say
AutoML.
something AutoML. You see, AutoML is like something is like what I can tell you is you are always eating omelette. Somebody is giving you omelette, you are eating. You don't know how to prepare, right? Someday the omelette your maid has not come. What you will do? You will be hungry in that day, right? Riveting.
Yes, ma'am.
So first you
Yes.
understand how to make omelette. Then somebody is giving you omelette, that is well, good. But something wrong in that omelette. Let's say the cook, whatever he is making, always salty. You are not liking. You want to make your omelette one day yourself. Can you do that without knowing the recipe? So that is how it
Okay.
is. So first you learn ML and then you can learn Auto ML. If somebody knows ML, Auto ML is easy for them because drag and drop means just only
Okay.
everything machine will do behind the scene. It's like ready made, right? So ML, here you are doing everything from scratch. So all of these steps that you're doing here will be automated. See how much things you know: profile report, filtering, missing value, all of this. Now somebody has done it, so it is good for you, right? It is easy for you, right? But somebody only use Auto ML, doesn't know ML, can they survive? Answer is no.
Okay.
Riveting. So ML is
Yes, ma'am.
mandatory. Whether you are using Auto ML or not, that's a secondary thing. But you first learn machine learning basics, then you think about tools. Okay,
Okay,
so
ma'am.
I'm getting
Oh,
late. Let us stop the
sorry,
session.
madam. Okay, okay. Sorry,
No
madam.
problem.
Okay, thanks.
No
Okay.
problem. And please join tomorrow onwards, 7:30 morning, Monday to Friday. This
Madam,
week we'll
record
connect.
provided for this, right?
Yes, yes, recordings are provided. You'll get all class recordings.
Thanks, madam.
Okay,
Okay.
madam.
Thank you,
Thanks, madam.
everyone.
Okay, madam.
No problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
No
Thanks,
problem.
madam.
Yeah. Okay.